Let's go, boy.
Hello everyone and welcome back. My Friday video, as promised before, is an update on my progress in Fallout 4. I wanted to dedicate this video to a few tips that might help you through your adventures in the Commonwealth. I'm going to start with some tips on Charisma and then transition into Vault 81 conversations, so if you don't want any spoilers on Vault 81, make sure to stop watching around 2.5 minutes. But let's start with some tips on Charisma. I decided to see if I can maximize my relationship with Piper since her moral values are pretty much the same as my character's right now. Typically you do this through the game by making choices that your companion would align with. And then it seems every now and again you can stop to have a conversation with them to see if you can take your relationship to the next level. I don't think there's a tangible way of tracking how well your relationship is going with any particular companion, so I decided to maximize every opportunity I got. Now, during a conversation, you might have some choices that show up as yellow, orange, or red. The color of the option has to do with the likelihood of success based on your charisma. As you might recall from my first video on Fallout 4, I picked a pretty high charisma stat of 6. And I actually didn't heed my own advice and didn't put on the right gear to maximize my charisma even further.
I like having you close.
All the better to watch each other's backs. So, you want to get out of here?
So because I actually failed that attempt, I decided to load in my game before the conversation and slip into a dress that gives me 3 extra points of charisma. And you can see it can definitely sway the results of the conversation.
You have a talent for finding trouble.
It usually finds me.
Hey, I'm not one to judge. I'm real happy to be along for the ride.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I like having you close.
Oh, thanks, Blue. That's awfully sweet. Unexpected of you. So, you want to get out of here?
She's just the way I want her to be. A million times hotter than TNT.
And so the moral of this story is to make sure to put on your highest charisma possible whenever you're encountering a conversation that you think might be really important. And now moving on to gaining entrance to Vault 81. This was definitely one of the most exciting moments of the game so far that I've played, especially since I haven't played any other previous Fallout games. I stumbled on it completely by accident and I didn't even know there was going to be access to other vaults in the game. Needless to say, I was pretty anxious to find out what lies at the other side of that door.
Hold it right there. Vault 81 security. I don't know where you got your hands on a working Pip-Boy, but you better start talking.
I got it in Vault 111.
Vault 111? Haven't heard of that one yet.
Well, if someone wants in, they can earn it like everyone else. Let me speak to them. Sorry about that. Officer Edwards here was just doing his job. I'm sure you can understand our need for caution. For newcomers, we like to operate on exchange. You help us, we help you.
I'm interested. What is it you need?
Fusion cores. 3, to be exact. You get the fusion cores, we grant the access.
Now, as you might have guessed it, attaining 3 fusion cores, at least in the beginning parts of the game, is not the easiest task. Now, I currently have a fusion core that has about 8% left, and another full fusion core. So I was a little bummed that I couldn't gain access right away, but I figured I'd come back as soon as I get my hands on another fusion core. Now, I wasn't sure if the fusion cores had to be completely full or if they could be partially depleted like the one that I had. So I decided to play it safe and I picked up 2. Out of sheer curiosity, I went ahead and traded one of the full ones over to Codsworth, leaving me with 2 full ones and 1 partially empty one. And then of course I stopped by the barber to make sure that my hair color is a bit more natural like Jessica Chastain should be.
So you're back. I take it you got what Overseer McNamara was looking for.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
All right. I'm opening the door. Overseer McNamara and myself will meet you at the entrance. Oh, and behave yourself. You start any trouble, we'll toss your ass right back outside.
And then to my surprise, they actually accepted the partially empty fusion core as one of the 3 that I needed to gain access. And that is it for my update on Fallout 4. Drop a like if you can, and subscribe for content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And until next time, please stand by.